So let me get it straight. You ate an entire pizza by yourself, like one of the big ones? I mean, really, actually, I'm not as mad as I am impressed. That's pretty cool. Uh, hello again, and welcome to Nightmare Theater. I am, as always, your host, the Baron Mondo Von Doren. And, oh yeah, of course I'm waiting for my manservant El Sapo de Tempesto to arrive.
I'm here, boss. I apologize.
Terrific, here he is.
Last night was the second banana convention, and I was out all night with a bunch of those guys. I was out with Robin, I was out with Hardy, and we all got liquored up, and I'm sorry.
Okay, well, it makes sense.
Yeah, but I had a pizza later on. Did you see what happened to it?
No, I haven't seen it. Anyway, do you have a film for us tonight, Sapo?
Of course not. I'm hungover, man, but I got an idea. I'll go get one. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, well,
oh, man.
I do have something ready for us to look at. It's a short film called Dead Call. So we're going to go ahead and roll that while we wait for El Sapo to find a movie as usual. So the whole pizza, you ate the whole damn thing? That's pretty cool, man. And Sapo has no idea, right?
Hello?
Hello, Frank.
Who is this?
You know me. It's Lynn, old Lynn Stiles.
Lynn Stiles died 4 weeks ago.
4 weeks, 3 days, 2 hours, and 27 minutes ago, to be exact.
Okay, I want to know who you are.
Come on, old buddy. After 20 years? Hell, you know me.
This is a damned poor joke.
No joke, Frank. You're there, alive. And I'm here dead. And you know something, old buddy? I'm really glad I did it.
Did what?
Killed myself. Because death is just what I hoped it would be. Beautiful, gray, quiet, no pressures.
Leonard Stiles' death was an accident. A concrete freeway barrier, his car...
I aimed my car for that barrier. Pedal to the floor, doing over 90 when I hit. No accident, Frank.
Dead men don't use telephones.
I'm not really using the phone, not in the physical sense. It's just that I chose to contact you this way. You might say it's a matter of psychic electricity. As a spirit, I'm able to align my cosmic vibrations to match the vibrations of this power line. Simple, really.
Oh, yeah, sure, snap. Nothing to it.
Well, naturally, you're skeptical, and I expect you to be. But listen to me carefully, Frank.
How? I still
just
don't...
think of this phone as a medium. A line of force through which I can bridge the gap between us. Hell, you gotta admit, this beats holding hands around a table in the dark, but the principle is basically the same.
And I listened. Intimate details of shared experiences extending back through 2 decades. And when he finished, I was certain of one thing. He was Lynn Stiles.
I don't believe in ghosts. Don't pretend to understand any of this. But I accept it. I must accept it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Frank, because it's important that we talk. I know how lousy things have been going for you, old buddy.
Yeah, a little bit, I guess.
And I don't blame you. You've got reasons. Lots of reasons. For one, there's your money problem.
Hey, I'm getting a raise. Scherndorf promised me one in the next few
You
weeks.
won't get it, Frank. I know. He's lying to you. Right now, at this moment, he's looking for a man to replace you at the company. Scherndorf's planning to fire you.
He never liked me. Not from the minute I walked into that damn office. He's never liked me.
And your wife. All the arguments you've been having with her lately, it's a pattern, Frank. Your marriage is all over. Helen's going to ask you for a divorce. She's in love with another man.
What is his name? I want to know his name.
You don't know him. It wouldn't change things if you did. And then there's Jan. She's back on it, Frank.
What do you know about Jan? Tell me.
She's into the heavy stuff, Frank. She's hooked bad. It's really too late for her.
What the hell are you saying?
I'm saying she's lost to you. She's rejected you, and there's no reaching her. She
You know,
hates you.
I refuse to accept that blame. I did my best for
It
her.
wasn't enough, Frank. We both know that. You'll never see Jan again. Listen to me, old buddy. Things are just gonna get worse, not better. I know. I went through my own kind of hell when I was alive. There's only one real solution to things, Frank. Just one. That gun you keep in your desk upstairs. Use it, Frank. Use the gun. Well, why not, Frank? What other choice have you got? The solution is there. Go upstairs and use the gun. I'll be waiting for you afterwards. You won't be alone. It'll be like the old days. We'll be together, Frank. Death is beautiful. I know. Life is ugly, but death is beautiful. Use the gun, Frank. The gun. Use the gun, Frank.
I've been dead for about a month now, and Lynn was right. It's fine here. No pressures, no worries. Gray and quiet and beautiful. Hey, I know how lousy things have been going for you, and they won't get any better. Hey, isn't that your phone ringing? You better answer it. It's important that we talk.
Yes, we're back, and I hope you enjoyed that short film.
Hey.
What?
That short film was damn good, wasn't it? And once again, I got to compliment that actor on his good looks and fine decoration of his apartment.
Horrible acting, though. All right.
Oh, but speaking of that, I have got a great movie for you.
What?
Think Spiders.
Spiders. We got Tarantula?
No.
Oh, okay. Kingdom of the Spiders?
No.
The Giant Spider Invasion.
Wait, what was that one again?
Giant Spider Invasion?
No.
What other Spider movie? Spider Man?
No. It's even better. You ready? Web of the Spider. It's like this big web in spiders, and it's called Web of the Spider. It's got Klaus Kinski, and I don't know.
Web of the Okay. Actually, it has no spider webs in it at all. I think there's
That is blatant false advertising. You know what? You cue up this film. I'm going to get our lawyers involved. We are going to sue these people. A movie called Web of the Spiders, and it doesn't even have a spider in it.
Okay, I guess he's upset about that.
It's like when I sued the Never-Ending Story.
All right, because it did end, in fact, yeah. All right, well, we're going to cue it up. We're going to watch Web of the Spider here on Nightmare Theater, I guess.
servant entered the library, and he was staring like a madman, and he spoke to me in a voice that was trembling and suffocated. He stood there straining his terror-blocked vocal cords into producing some semblance of speech. He was desperately trying to tell me something, but I couldn't really understand it. I could only catch bits of what he was trying to say. He mentioned something about a mad scream which had pierced the silence of the night, the gathering together of the entire household. And now they all rushed to the spot where the screaming sound had come. And now they had searched and had found the place. And at this moment, his voice became frighteningly clear. And he went on to talk about a violated tomb. A body wrapped in a sudarium, horribly disfigured, but still breathing, still palpitating, still alive. Still alive. The servant just stood there, and suddenly he was pointing at my clothes. They were covered with mud. And intermingled with the mud, there were spots of fresh blood. Still wet and sticky. The servant then came toward me and very gently took my hand, like this. He pulled me closer, and I looked at the hand. The flesh had been torn. It was covered with deep human fingernail scratches. And suddenly he turned his attention to an object against the wall and stared at it for some time. It was a shovel. A blood-stained shovel. Realization came to me. And with a shout, I reached across the table and grabbed the box that was lying there. But I was unable to open it. In my eagerness, the box slipped from my trembling hands and fell to the floor, shattering in pieces. And all at once, I was aware that there on the floor were the 32 magnificent teeth of my dear cousin, Berenice. Those same teeth that had obsessed me during her illness right up to the time of her death, 6 months before the night of my story.
Mr. Poe. Mr. Poe. Mr. Poe, it's Alan. It's Alan Foster. How do you do, sir? You know, I've read that story of yours, but hearing you tell it, it sounds real.
Oh, yes. Yes, I recognize you now. From your voice. May I introduce you to Lord Blackwood?
Oh, how do you do, sir?
I invited him here especially for you.
Oh, really, sir?
You know this Alan Foster, the American reporter I told you about. Been following me around like a hound for an interview. What he's going to write about, I have no idea. Probably going to talk badly about me.
Oh, well.
They always do.
I admit I have been following you, Mr. Poe. But one thing should be reasonably obvious. I wouldn't have to come all the way to London just to say bad things about you, sir.
Well, this is my first visit to England, and it'll definitely be my last.
Why is that? Has England disillusioned you?
Well, first, let me explain that I'm not a novelist, but a reporter like you. Everything that I've written to date, actually...
But, Mr. Poe, you have revealed in your stories that death is only the beginning of something. But that's against the facts. Certainly everything ends. Life finishes at the very point of death. And there's nothing after death. Nothing.
You're confusing the tomb with death, Mr. Foster.
What do you mean?
Whiskey, sir.
Thank you. I don't understand.
No, of course not.
Your health, sir.
The slab of marble which closes the tomb gives us the certainty of that tomb. What of the other tombs that are populated by a great number of living beings unofficially?
But you can't possibly believe that. I mean, it's just not possible.
I beg to differ. I'm willing to wager £100 that you don't have the courage to spend a night in my castle at Providence. Alone.
Are you saying that I'd flee with terror?
No, you wouldn't flee. Of all those who have tried, and Mr. Poe well knows this, no one has ever come out of the castle afterwards.
It's a pity, but I can't take on your wager. I'm sorry.
Well, you're a very wise young man. I've heard a great deal of this Providence Castle and was seriously thinking of writing about it.
You see, I've asked Mr. Poe to find me a courageous man in the hope that he could put an end to this terrible legend. But you're a likable young man, and I'm glad that you can't accept the wager.
It's not that I don't want to, just that I don't have £100.
You mean you would be disposed for £10?
Yes, certainly. Whenever you'd like me to.
Tonight, then. Could be you'll have an adventure which will convince you that I do not tell stories of pure fantasy. Tonight it is.
All right. Tonight it is.
If it's to be tonight, we must go at once. The castle's some distance away. It's at least a 2-hour drive.
Thank you.
Do you mind if we continue our discussion during the drive? The interview, I mean.
Thank you. If it's that important to you, we can, by all
It
means.
is. I have many questions I want to clear up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good night, Mr. Poe, sir, your lordship.
Good night.
This may give you courage.
I don't need to
Take it.
Folks. Does it have bullets?
Of course.
Mr. Pope, why is it that most of your characters, many of your characters, lose their sanity and often their lives?
It's very simple, Mr. Foster. Because of the expanded consciousness. When one is so completely terrified, it is too much for the soul to take. And the resulting transition makes, to my mind, one of the most interesting subjects to write about.
We're there, Mr. Foster. You still have time to change your mind and return with us.
Oh, no, not on your life. And anyway, we've got £10 on this, and I want it. And besides, as Mr. Poe very well knows, we Americans don't believe in ghosts.
Perhaps that's because you're still a young nation.
Perhaps. And perhaps it's because we don't have castles.
No, because youth feels itself immortal.
Yes, you may have a point there.
We shall return tomorrow at dawn. Here's the key to the door.
Thank you. Good night. Good night, sir. Oh, Mr. Pope, I hope we can continue this interview tomorrow.
Yes.
With your permission, I mean.
First thing in the morning. Good luck.
Well, see you in the morning.
Oh, I forgot.
What?
You'll find torches in the stables at the end of the garden.
At the end of the garden. Thanks.
And if as you did nothing to dissuade him, fellow countryman, too.
A protagonist is essential to any new story.
That must have been a good spirit. Good night.
Drive us home, Alistair.
See you at dawn.
Well, I hope you're enjoying Web of the Spider. Clearly, this is the first time any of us have ever seen it since El Sapo thought it was about a giant spider web. I mean, Jesus, come on. Anyway, we went out and we found an expert in filmmaking to tell us a little bit about this movie. He knows a little bit of the history. He was kind of living in a refrigerator box behind a Blockbuster, but, maybe he knows something about the movie. Maybe he can tell us something anyway. So we're going to go now to the Crazy Critic, I guess is what we're calling this segment. I don't know.
All right, remember our deal. You do a good job, you get this whole bottle.
Oh, you promised Cheetos, too.
You'll get those, too.
Oh. Well, hello, everybody. Okay, so it's Web of the Spider, an Italian horror film from 1971-72, directed by Antonio Margheriti. An interesting director. He was kind of, pretty well-known B-movie Italian director. This was actually a remake of his earlier film he made about 8 or 9 years ago, before this one in the 70s, Castle Blood, and with Barbara Steele and other, interesting film, with stars Anthony Franciosa as hello, and as Alan Foster, and Anthony Franciosa, an interesting actor. He was an A-list Hollywood actor who went into television, and then later on in the 90s, and he became a shut-in. And
We're gonna take the hot dogs.
What?
We're gonna take the hot dogs.
Oh, okay. And an interesting actor who did a bunch of everything. He's most well known, I think, for as being the lead in Dario Argento's Tenebrae, aka Insane, to Italian horror movie fans. Klaus Kinski gets top billing in this film, but this is one of his movies where, he's most well known for his collaborations with Werner Herzog and all those films. But as Herzog would say, he did like about 300 movies where he just basically show up at the beginning and show up at the end. And this is more so than anything. I mean, he did a lot of movies, like one where he played like the Marquis de Sade, where he just show up at the beginning and show up at the end. And this one is kind of the same thing, but he has some really great one-liners, about the finding the truth in eternal darkness and all that stuff. So an entertaining film and an entertaining show. And an entertaining life. That's what I'm living.
Beautiful Chrissy has beautiful hair that grows. This is Beautiful Chrissy, the doll with beautiful hair that grows and grows. Turn the knob and her hair's shorter. Press her tummy and you can make her hair grow. And you can brush it and fix it different ways. Beautiful Chrissy has beautiful hair that grows. Grows. She's ideal.
Castle of Blood. This is the shocking drama of a young writer who disregards the warning of his master, Edgar Allan Poe, and accepts a wager to pass the night in a castle of mystery and legend. The Castle of Blood. No one has ever witnessed and survived the awesome secrets, the ghostly events of this Castle of the Damned.
I've dreamed of this night. At last I can go away with the man I love. You can't leave, Elizabeth. You're trapped in this castle.
Here, the dead rise from their tombs once a year to repeat their hideous crimes of murder and passion.
Kiss me. Oh, yes, my dearest. Keep on embracing me. I want to absorb the warmth of your body.
For a moment, I thought that your heart had stopped.
I'm dead, Alan. No! No, Herbert, no! No!
Every death is repeated tonight. Come.
No, Elizabeth.
Edgar Allan Poe's most gripping, chilling drama of horror and suspense. Castle of Blood.
Greetings from Tromaville. My name is Lloyd Kaufman, president of Troma Entertainment and creator of The Toxic Avenger. And when we're not making those great movies like Terra Firma and Citizen Toxie and Surf Nazis Must Die, Class of Nukem High, Nymphoid Barbarian and Dinosaur, Bloodsucking Freaks, we like to kick back and watch Nightmare Theater because Nightmare Theater is better than Troma movies. It's really the best entertainment that we know of.
Just a coincidence.
Good evening. You thought that I was just a painting, didn't you? Were you sent here by my brother?
If Lord Blackwood is your brother, yes. My name is Alan Foster.
And I am Elizabeth Blackwood Dollister.
I'm most terribly sorry. But your brother told me that the castle was uninhabited.
Oh, well, that's because, you see, as far as he is concerned, I'm dead.
Dead?
He never wanted to see me again. After I had deserted his world to search for a happiness which unfortunately I never found.
Didn't you ever try for a reconciliation?
No. You see, I have remained here for a long time now.
Well, perhaps I'd better leave.
Does finding me here upset you?
No. It's just that... Well, it's just that the wager takes on a different aspect.
I see. The wager my dear brother likes to make. To give credence to the fantastic tales circulating about this castle. Well, it won't make you that much richer, but I'll help you to play a trick on my brother. Now come with me. I've prepared a room upstairs for you.
Wait a minute. You knew I was coming here? I'll get the candle. Look at that.
At what?
The portrait, the painting. Oh, it's nothing. It must have been the flickering candlelight. Playing tricks on me again.
What are you talking about?
It's just that the portrait suddenly seemed to come to life, that's all. I assume it's one of your ancestors.
No. Julia is not a Blackwood. You'll meet her shortly. she'll return soon enough. Up here you'll find things in better order. Your room's this way. You see, unfortunately, I have no servants now, so I've had to neglect the rooms downstairs. Tell me, what's happening in the world outside?
Oh, nothing but the traditional foolishness. But I'd much rather talk about you. It's been a long time since I've met such loveliness.
You're very kind. I'm flattered.
No, really, it's the truth. A beauty like yours is very rare. Very rare indeed.
For a long time, I haven't felt myself a woman as I feel now with you. Now, please, tell me something about yourself.
There's nothing much really to tell, except that I'm American, a bachelor, a creative writer, and sometimes a journalist. That's about it. Oh, and no romantic attachments. I'm quite alone.
I, too, am alone, Alan. Desperately alone.
Can I be of company to you?
Ah, you must be Julia. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you in person.
I see Elizabeth has spoken to you about me.
Yes, she has, as a matter of fact.
And what did she tell you about me?
I told him your name. And nothing more.
Do you think I should thank you for your discretion?
No. I think that you would have done better to stay away.
Why? Am I by chance disturbing you?
Oh, no. I mean, we were just having a chat before going to bed.
Oh, I see.
Julia!
Oh, pardon me. I didn't mean what Elizabeth imagined. You obviously thought that I was inferring that you would be going to bed.
That's enough. Good night, Mr. Foster.
I think it best if I bid you good night myself. Even if now it won't be for you.
Really, I don't quite know what you mean.
Oh, don't you, Alan?
No, I don't. How did you know my name is Alan?
I heard Elizabeth mention it just as I was entering the room. Good night, Alan.
I'm sorry. Your brother gave me this. I'm terribly sorry. Excuse me.
I wondered if you were sleeping. I'm sorry for what happened.
You mean Julia?
Yes.
No need to apologize. I'd forgotten all about it. I was just reading. Please, won't you come in?
Are you sure I'm not disturbing you?
I'm positive.
Then, do you mind if I stay here and keep you company for a while?
Mine? It would be my pleasure.
I couldn't sleep. Would you like a drink?
Why, yes, thank you, I would.
I have some excellent whiskey. This bottle was left here by a previous guest. I hope you like it.
Yes, I do. It's excellent.
Carmen. Are you interested in medicine?
Yes. At least I was at one time. It was my father's influence. He wanted me to follow in his footsteps.
This is heavy reading. Let me select a better one.
No. Don't go. Don't go, please. Stay here next to me. I want you close to me where I can look at you. Your eyes. How I would love to read what's written in your eyes, Elizabeth.
What is written in my eyes, Alan?
I can't answer you now. I don't know yet.
I'll tell you. Kiss me. Hold me tight. Take me. That's what's written. I'm yours, Alan. Yours. I never delude anyone I like. And I like you very much. Even for a moment. Let me feel the warmth of your body. Yes. Kiss me. Yes. You make me feel alive. You do, my love. You do. I feel alive in your arms. I feel alive only when I'm loved.
Julia. Where are you going?
Stay out of it, please. It's none of your business.
Oh, but it is. I love her still. Leave her alone.
And why should I? Why should she always treat me this way? Herbert must be informed, and right away.
I'm afraid we met too late, my love.
What matters is that I've found you. We must never leave each other, my darling.
Words are easy, Alan. But I'm destined to remain here. And you have your work outside.
I'm going to take you with me, Elizabeth.
That's impossible. It would be much easier for you to remain here.
Elizabeth? Elizabeth? Elizabeth!
Yes, Alan?
No, it's nothing. I thought for a moment... I thought for a moment that your heart wasn't beating.
No, Albert! Not him!
No! Elizabeth. Elizabeth! Impossible. It's impossible.
Hold me tight. Take me. I never delude anyone I like. Let me feel the warmth of your body. Yes. Kiss me. Yes.
Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
Andy Warhol's Frankenstein is here.
Kiss him! Kiss him!
Newsweek magazine calls it the first original Frankenstein in years. A perversely fascinating movie.
Hold me close. Oh! Not so close! I can't... Stop it! What are you doing? I can't breathe! Stop it! Stop it!
Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, with its swooping bats, severed limbs, hideous decapitating devices, and various spare parts. They all slither off the screen in what Playboy magazine calls the most gruesome epic ever unleashed. Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, the goriest, sexiest, and wildest Frankenstein ever filmed. After Andy Warhol's Frankenstein comes...
May I introduce Count Dracula?
Andy Warhol's Dracula.
Let me out tonight. No, not tonight. But I don't have the food I eat. They only have chicken, vegetables I've never seen before. I'm sure they have no virgin meat. It must be tonight. The girls are beautiful. They look so pure. But how can we get at them? You're alone for action! How old are you? Little girl? You don't know what boys do with little girls?
No.
Your sister never told you.
You'll be too embarrassed.
You are a virgin?
Yes.
You're telling me the truth?
Yes.
I believe you.
What are those marks? The kiss of Count Dracula.
Dracula. Dracula. Dracula. Dracula. Dracula. My body can't take this treatment anymore.
After Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, here is Andy Warhol's Dracula.
Elizabeth! Where are you? Elizabeth! Where are you? It's impossible.
Everything is possible on this particular night.
Who are you? Where's Elizabeth? Tell me where she is. Where is she?
Calm down. She will return. Soon.
I must find out where Elizabeth is. She's been hurt. Tell me where Elizabeth is, will you?
You must relax your nerves. Come. I can understand how you feel, Mr. Foster. Your name is Foster, isn't it?
How do you know my name?
I heard you talking to Elizabeth.
Say you heard me talking to Elizabeth.
I heard it all. I know everything. But there was no way that I could intervene. But I see you're quite upset. Perhaps you need a good, strong drink. I have a reserve of that excellent whiskey that you like so much.
I don't know who you are, sir. But you seem to be an excellent voyeur.
I am Dr. Carmus.
Who?
I'm sure, Mr. Foster, that you are aware of my books on the subject of metaphysical medicine.
Yes, I've read your books. But I thought you had disappeared. I heard you were...
Dead?
Yes.
It would be more exact to say that I stopped living uselessly in a world which would not grant me the possibility of finishing my studies. Here's your drink, Mr. Foster. You have lived through a metaphysical experience, populated with people who do not pertain to your idea of time. Momentary apparitions, like that of Elizabeth. I imagine it must be a noteworthy experience for a journalist who is really a poet.
I'm sorry, Dr. Carmus, but now look, you can't convince me that Elizabeth was just an apparition, a figment of my imagination. I'm sorry. She's very much alive, Doctor, very much alive. I felt her body close to mine. I felt her sweetness. I felt her loveliness. Yes, indeed. She's really very much alive, Doctor, as I said.
Only because in that moment, she was living with the strength of her senses, which do not die so easily.
I don't understand what you mean.
In every human being, there are three forms of life. That of the body, which is the weakest. That of the spirit, which is indestructible. And that of the senses, which can continue for a long time after death. Especially when life is taken away in an act of violence. That is, in a particular moment when the senses are living an intense emotion. In other words, one does not die completely unless one is actually willing to die.
Your theory is completely absurd. Completely absurd.
You think so? Mm-hmm. Then I will demonstrate it, if you like. Don't. The unmated snake is very poisonous. At this moment, the snake's senses are tensed. In the violent effort of self-defense. You see, in theory, it should have died. In the same moment in which I struck the blow.
Mm-hmm. Doctor, I've conducted these experiments 1,000 times when I was a little boy with lizards. Their tails continued to wiggle for a while, and then...
Look. You see? It has stopped living for good, Doctor. It is dead. It is gone. Forever.
But now try to pick up the head.
Sure.
Careful. The snake is dead. But its sense of defense continues to live.
But it doesn't last very long.
Of course not. The blood no longer circulates. A process of decomposition takes place, and even the sensory motors die. I came here to continue my studies on this theory, away from the rest of the world.
All right, all right. The theory may hold true as far as lower forms of life are concerned. But never human beings, Doctor. Never.
You are wrong, Mr. Foster. And I'll show you you're wrong. Come with me. Only Poe's demented mind could send you here on such a night. 2nd of November.
Dr. Carmes, how do you know about that? How do you know about Mr. Poe? Oh, just a moment. You've got to tell me what you know. Doctor, will you please tell me what you know? Tell me, please, will you? Doctor! Dr. Carmes, it's imperative you tell me exactly...
The hour has come. Words are now useless. Look. right. Elizabeth's parties are always good.
Oh, indeed
Such
they
fun.
are.
We had better return to the party or our guests will think we've abandoned them.
This is too important a gift. Perhaps I don't deserve it.
Why might you not deserve it?
William, life here has been sad. You've been away so long. And I've been alone.
Well, now I'm back home again. And I'm staying home. You won't be alone again.
What a lovely necklace. It's splendid.
Something to pardon your long absence. Is that it, William?
Oh, how they sparkle. They're lovely. Thank you, my dear.
Shall we dance?
Yes.
Excuse us. Would you like a drink, darling?
Yes.
Our cloaks, please.
Yes, sir.
Good night.
Furious to see the way you carry on with him. Come outside.
Wait for me at the stable later. Now go away.
Ah, there you are, darling.
Do not fear. I was here to watch you.
Thank you, Julia. All these many months I've been away, you've so kindly looked after her. And now it is my turn to look after my wife.
Magnificent family portrait.
But you're leaving already?
Yes, William, I must go to London tonight. I have many matters to take care of in the morning, and I hate early rising.
I see.
You are no longer the famous hunter that gets up early in the morning. City life has changed you, hasn't it?
The honor of the hunt, I leave to you, my dear sister. Thank you for the splendid party and the pleasure of finally seeing you together again. William, try not to leave her alone too much.
I've sold all my estates in America. There's no real reason for me to travel now other than for pleasure. What do you say to a long cruise in the Mediterranean this spring? France, Italy, all of us together.
Not a bad idea. Come and see me in London soon, and we'll talk it over.
Good. We'll have lunch at my club. Let me see you to your carriage.
No, William. I'll go with them. You stay with the guests. I'll be back soon.
Allow me.
Good night, Margaret.
Good night, William.
Good night, Olive. See you in London. William, it's marvelous to have you in England again. How was your trip to America?
Oh, a little tedious at times, but that's very
Oh, well, that's the important thing.
Goodbye, Elizabeth. Good night, Margaret.
Goodbye, Elizabeth. Have a good hunt tomorrow.
Yes, Tom.
Why are you avoiding me?
Are you crazy?
Come with me. I don't want you to return to that man.
Don't be a fool. He's my husband.
So what? You mustn't go back to him. You belong to me. You're mine now. Elizabeth, I've shown you what love really is. During the past few months we've been together.
He'll leave again soon. You'll see. Now let me alone.
No. You will stay here with me. I'll kill you if you go back to William.
Let me go.
All right, Elizabeth. You can go.
What you have seen just now of the past is merely to prepare the scene. The real tragedy starts now. Follow me, Mr. Foster.
Kiss me. No. No, Herbert. No.
Don't cry. You know how I hate to see you suffer. It's happened, and that's that.
I despise you.
Carmus! 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 No use hiding. I know you're here. Where are you, Carmus? Carmus, where are you?
Hey, kids, I know how you like the rock and roll with your record players and your 8-tracks and your big dance parties, and we're going to bring it to you. We deliver you now to Mitten's Musical Moments.
Well, all right, kids, we got a video from the Eurythmics. It's called Piece to Shadow. Let's listen to that song.
Another day, another night. You kill the light with the kitchen knife. Bring back the black, bring back some less. All cold and cuffed in the other day. Where will you run? Hey, where will you hide? Hey, we're screaming terror as you die. No time to cry, hey, no time to wonder why. Here's the young and reflected in the eyes. You will never know, you will never see the haunted things that twilight leaves. The open veins, the dark will creep upon your soul, the shadow flees. Where will you run? Hey, where will you hide? Hey, we scream in terror as you die. No time to cry, hey, no time to wonder why. Here's the young and reflected in these eyes. Where will you run? Hey, where will you hide? Hey, we scream in terror as you die. No time to cry, hey, no time to wonder why. Here's the young and reflected in these eyes.
An innocent man becomes a target of insanity as he steps into the crosshairs of a homicidal maniac with a need for revenge. Four Flies on Grey Velvet. Join us for a journey into the dark and endless caverns of a sick and twisted mind. Join us for a journey into living hell. Four Flies on Grey Velvet. Rated PG.
There are mysteries of the world of which we know little. Strange, frightening, whispered from generation to generation until they become a scream out of the past. A woman of flesh becomes a mistress of the Death Master, sharing his hunger for soul, his thirst for human blood.
Enjoyed your little joke last night, Doctor. But as you can see, tonight is mine.
Incredible. You really are a vampire?
Yes.
The flesh that shapes them, the blood that feeds them, once belonged to others. Driven by the forbidden cravings of another world, they band together as his slaves. It happened to them. It could happen to you. This picture is rated GP.
Jenkins, age 19, brutally attacked March 3rd, 1946. Howard W. Turner, 29. Emmylou Cook, 17. Bodies discovered in a wooded area on March 24th. Roy Allen, 17. Peggy Loomis, 15. Both found dead April 14th in Spring Lake Park. Floyd Reed, age 34. Murdered in his home on May 3rd. Mrs. Reed shot twice, but survived. This man's identity is unknown. He was believed to be between 30 and 40 years old. He wore a white hood and was known only as the Phantom Killer. World War II had just ended. In Texarkana, Arkansas, boys had come home to their families. Husbands reunited with their wives. It was a happy, peaceful time. Until the Phantom Killer struck. For 4 months, he held an entire city in the icy grip of terror. Now, Charles B. Pierce brings this incredible, shocking, and true story to the screen in The Town That Dreaded Sundown, starring Academy Award winner Ben Johnson as Captain J.D. Morales of the Texas Rangers.
We got a cold-blooded killer here. A man who nobody sees. A phantom who, so far, hasn't made any mistakes.
Andrew Prine as Deputy Norman Ramsey of the Texarkana Sheriff's Department.
The only thing we really do know is that we've got a very strange person on our hands.
The Town That Dreaded Sundown, a true story.
Calling on all the spirits of everyone who's ever died in this house. Jessica. I'm calling on all the spirits of everyone who's ever died in this house.
Paramount Pictures presents Let's Scare Jessica to Death.
Who are you? Why have you been following me?
What's the matter with it?
She knows who killed that man.
What man? I don't know.
He was lying right here. But I swear it's true. I think that the same creature or whatever it is that killed the antique dealer killed them all.
I think you should go back to New York for a while. You could see your doctor.
I'm still alive. I was just, looking at the picture. Looks so much like you.
My eyes, look in my eyes. Come with me. Come with me. Follow me, Jessica. Follow me. I won't
Dreams or nightmares, madness or sanity. I don't know which is which.
Let's scare Jessica to death.
Carmus, I know you're here in this house. You're here in this house. Come out! Carmus! Carmus, don't try to fool me. Come out. Where are you? Your phony books. I know you're in there, Carmus. Come out. Come out, Carmus. I know you're in there. I know you're in there. Carmus, open this door, will you? I'm going to get out of this house. Carmus? Carmus! Carmus! You know I'm standing right here in front of you, so talk to me, Carmus.
convinced, Mr. Foster? Now you have seen why, and in what way I'm dead. Are you afraid? Come here. I want you to see for yourself. They're all buried down there. Buried, Mr. Foster.
Carlos? Carlos!
Well?
Oh, Morris, it's marvelous to return to the castle. Our first night will be unforgettable.
A first night of love and of terror, if what Lord Blackwood says is true.
You won't leave me, will you? Not even
Don't talk,
for
they'll
a
hear
second?
you. No noise. Please don't. Why? Are you afraid, Mrs. Burnley?
A little. But I'll just have to get used to it, won't I?
Don't you hear me? Don't you see me?
Well, if that's the case, you provocative...
No, don't!
I'm a girl.
No!
You cannot get away from me. You can't escape from me. You're in my castle, and I have the right of you supreme I not. So you want to get away, huh?
Yes, my lord. Because I love another man.
Another man?
Yes, my lord. I love my Morris.
Hmm? Do you really love him very much?
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Very much.
If you love him so much, why then did you kiss me?
Because I crave the kisses like I do champagne. That reminds me, Morris. You promised we'd find a marvelous wine cellar here at our disposal.
Ah, that's true. And Lord Blackwood gave us the key. I'll run and fetch a bottle. No, don't leave her alone. Don't leave her alone. Come back.
We'll be back in a moment. Go away, or I'll scream.
Elsie! Elsie!
It's no use trying to run away.
This way, Alan. Follow me. Follow me.
Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Where are you? Garmus. No! No way! It's getting light. It's almost dawn. The darkest hour is just before the dawn.
For you, it is too late.
You cannot escape.
Your fate is decided. We don't want to renounce this brief moment of life.
Stop! We need your blood, Foster.
Blood is life.
No! Your blood is our life.
Go away. Go away.
You cannot escape, Foster.
Why? Why?
Because we need you, Foster.
Your blood is our life.
Foster, we need it now.
No!
Yes, Alan. Maybe I can manage to save you. Come with me.
Why? Why is this happening? What do they want from me?
The same thing I should want. Your life and blood. It's the only way to assure us. Another night of living. A year from now. Come on, Alan.
Elizabeth, I want to know how. If this is true, why should you help me?
I would like to be alive, Alan, but I love you and want you to return to that life which was denied me. Come. Run quickly. Go before it's too late. No, Alan. No. 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 Save yourself. Save yourself. They're coming, Alan. No. Once you get through the gate, you're free. First, you must get through the gate. Let go. Let go of me, Alan. Please. No. You don't understand. I'm dead. Leave me, Alan.
And now you're coming with me, Elizabeth.
No.
You're not.
No.
Oh,
No. Let me go. I'm dead. Don't you understand, Alan?
For me, you're alive! Alive! Alive!
Dead. No, I'm dead.
No, alive! Alive! Must be working. No need to worry. I'm on the way, dear. You hear that? I'm alive. You'll never get me now. All's well that ends well.
He's waiting there at the gate. Alan! What the devil?
No one has ever been successful on this particular night. Unfortunately, you lost the wager, my boy. I'll arrange to have him buried in the grounds. And you, Mr. Poe, are the real winner.
Yes. Yes. But when I write this story, no one will believe it. It's always the same. He has probably discovered the truth in eternal darkness.
Did you stay for me, Alan?
Yes, Elizabeth.
Yes, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed Web of the Spider as much as we did.
Which we didn't enjoy it one bit.
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty awful film. A lot of atmosphere, but very little plot in this thing. And then, of course, the ending. What happened there? The guy manages to win the bet, but then gets impaled on the fence on the way out.
Hey, you know what? My cousin died on the fence, and I'm a little sensitive to that. I don't like talking about it.
Your cousin?
Yeah, he won his bet, but he got impaled on the fence. Seeing he was greased up, the sheep got away, and he slipped right to the fence.
All right. That's Mexico. We don't need to talk about that sort of thing. This is America, by God. We don't have that kind of stuff happening here. Anyway, let's put this ugliness behind us, and we'll see you again next month for another Nightmare Theater. And until then, may all your dreams be nightmares.
So you say I can still do that in Mexico?
As far as
I'm on my way.
Okay, I think we don't want to cut that. I don't think that worked, but
I do.
I think it wasn't weird enough. But
What do you think? It's pretty weird.
what's so weird about it? I was just talking about the movie.
That's what we need.
You know, I was trying to be the straight man.